What is up, YouTube? And welcome back to another episode of Finance Success with your host, the 12-year-old investor. Now, today I'm going to be talking about the positions I hold on my Robinhood account. Now, I'm not going to go through all of them because a couple of my stocks I've gotten for free. Actually, I think about 8 I've got from referrals. And I've got some pretty good prizes because of that. So you should definitely click my link down below and you can get yourself started in the stock market with one free stock. Okay, so let's begin. I'm going to go into my Robinhood account right now. Okay. And we're going to go through it by list. So now, number one, the most shares I hold, or the most equity I hold right now is in Tesla. Now, Tesla, I have 8 shares with an average cost basis of around $226. Now, I love this stock just because of the main reason. They are leading the electric vehicles right now. And I just think they're such a great hold to have right now. They're miles ahead of their competition, and they don't really have that high of a market cap. They're technically second with the car manufacturers in market cap, but they have so much more potential than just what they have right now. And they're having their Gigafactory up and running the end of this year, which is going to help boost their sales dramatically. They have so much development in the EV industry, it's crazy. And that is why I own 8 shares of it, which I'm actually trying to currently get up to 10 shares. But I'll show you where I bought in at, because I technically didn't even follow my own rule, which I kind of regret. But here, we'll just go through it. So now this stock for me started off as swing trades. I was back when here, I could go to it. It started out for swing trades for me, and this was during, when was it? Right around this time period. Me and my friend were swing trading it off of 300 to like 350, 330. And I'll be honest, I got stuck in a bad swing trade. And that's why my cost basis right now is so high. But I still see potential and a lot of value in this company. And that is why right now I'm holding it for a long position. No more swing trading on this one. So now let's go check in to see what I bought them at. So here we have to go to the last sell. Okay. Market sell. Okay. Where is it? Market sell. Okay. My first one I bought at 275 right now. And like I said, that was during the swing trading. And I got stuck in a bad swing trade. I probably could have sold out, made a $5 profit, but I just didn't think it was worth it. And this is when it started dropping like crazy. And so I picked up another position, and made it 2 shares. And I was going to swing trade it. But by the next month, I kind of realized there wasn't really a possibility of swing trading at this point. So I figured I might start holding a position for long because of just how great of a company I think it is in the long term. So I bought in May 17th at 219. Now, my original goal was to be buying 1 share every time it moved down $10. And I obviously didn't do that. It kept dropping like crazy. It was dropping like a rock during this time period. So I bought a share 3 days later, only 3 days later, and it already dropped $20. So I was happy to pick up a position right there. And I should have bought another one at 190. I really, really regret it at this point, but oh well. You just got to learn from your mistakes and recover from them. So then I bought my next share on June 3rd. This was basically the all-time low. Was at like 178 or something like that. And I bought pretty close to it. So I bought at 179. And at this point, it started picking back up, and I realized it probably wouldn't be dropping anymore. So I added 2 more shares at $211, and I'm glad I did. And I was honestly just going to buy another 2 shares, 2, 3 shares, whenever. But it rebounded really quickly. And I realized if I want to make my position now, I don't think it's going much lower than it is. So I bought one more position at 251. Okay. Moving on. The next stock I own a lot of is Kraft Heinz. Now, I'll probably make a video on why I think Kraft Heinz is such a good stock. But long story short, right now, the Oracle of Omaha has this as one of his highest positions, and we're buying at the cost basis he did. Because this stock, ever since the IPO, dropped a lot. At first, it went up a lot, but they had a lot of bad news surrounding it in, let's see, I think it was like February. Um, yeah, February. And I looked into it. I caught my eye right here and I looked into it. And I'm glad I did because this is when I started buying. And I bought kind of heavily, for me at least. I mean, I'm only 19, so this is a good amount of money for me. And I'm so glad I did because they're just, they have a lot of potential at this point. Investors are still shooken up by the fact that in one earnings, they announced how the SEC was filing an investigation against their accounting practices. And right now it's over now, so you'd expect it to go up, but I think a lot of investors are shooken up by the experience. They also cut their dividend massively. I think it was like 33%. And they had one other news. It was like three things in one day. So it dropped like crazy. It dropped like a rock, but I think it's severely undervalued in my opinion. I don't think the stock's going anywhere. I don't think it's going to go bankrupt. This company should be fine in my opinion. And right now they have a really high dividend. So I'm just waiting for this stock to go up, and in the meantime, I'm going to be collecting that dividend, which I am happy about. So that is why I have 42 shares, and I'm going to buy, I think, 8 more after this next earnings, which they still haven't released their quarter one earnings, and by now, I think it's July. Yeah, what is it? July 21st. So it's crazy ridiculous that they haven't released it. So as soon as they release it, I will buy 8 more shares to finish off my position in them. But I've bought it at all different prices really. Should have bought more here, but this is when I was heavily buying Tesla. So I didn't have enough funds, and I figured what has the most potential and the least amount of risk. And I went for Tesla. I think it's got the most bang for its buck, but this is a close second. I'm glad I bought it. Okay, coming in at number 3, I have AbbVie. Now, personally, I bought this one just based off of the fact that my dad works for the sister company. Both of my parents work for the sister company Abbott, and I don't really know much about pharmaceuticals, but they do. So I'm just gonna trust my dad's input on this. I mean, I kind of regret that now. This is why you shouldn't be listening to what people say, because I'm down 21% ever since he told me to buy it. So this is really why you should do your own research and not just buy what everyone else is buying. So now coming in at number 4, Snapchat is one of my more big positions. I wouldn't say it's too large. It's only at 500. And Snapchat, I love Snapchat just because I think it's a great company. Everyone my age and me, I know, is on Snapchat every day. And so they have a really good moat around it. Most people my age are using it for texting, replacing texting almost completely. And so as soon as they start figuring out how to make a decent amount of profit margin on it, I think they're going to be a phenomenal company. Especially with the fact that, where is it? Their market cap right now is only 18 billion. Twitter's 30 billion. I know they have much more profitable, but I just see Snapchat as so much more used by the general masses, maybe 20 to 13ish. So I just think it's a good one. They have a great moat. And okay, moving on to the next one. Okay, and I'm back. All right. So now I'm going to move on to my next one. I love this company. Absolutely love it. I'm going to be buying it heavily in the next coming months. And that is Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs is a great company. It's a banking company with over $1 billion in yeah, what's it called? It's like 30 billion. I'd have to look into it. I'll make a video on them, later down the road. But they have so much cash on hand and so little debt. It's incredible. They have a enterprise value that's negative. Now, if you don't know what enterprise value is, it's basically the market cap minus all the assets that you're receiving. So say you bought a car and you paid 3,000 for this car, and then you get in there and you realize the owner left $1,000 hidden in there. Who knows what he was doing? Maybe he was a drug dealer, but he left $1,000 behind. So you take your 3,000 that you paid for it minus the 1,000, and you got 2,000. And this has a negative market, or not negative market cap, a negative enterprise value. So it's crazy ridiculous. And so I see this company going so far. And not only them, I just did the whole banking sector going so far. And that's why I bought JPM, JP Morgan Chase, one of the best banks in the world, in my opinion. They have such great friendly service everywhere you go. I'm already up 16% on them. I wish I made my position bigger, and I will in the next coming months. I really will. And the banking industry is severely undervalued. Like, I can't express enough how much undervalued it is. And I think that has something to do with the last financial crisis, which brought a lot of banks down because of the housing market collapse. And a lot of investors are still shooken by this experience. And so it's still undervalued. A lot of these companies even have a below book value. They're trading below the book value. Okay. So I just think that's something to look into. Okay. Coming into, I think, number 6 or 7, we have BP. Now, BP is been around for years. You may have heard of the BP oil spill and all that. And all that's kind of past them at this point, I feel like. And I bought this as more of a dividend play because I don't really see gas going anywhere for at least the next 10, 20 years. And they have a really high dividend of 6.4%. So I just see them as a good hold for the time being. I don't really have much to say on them other than they're a gas company. They're going to be around for a while. Why not get a part of that? But anyways, moving on to the last 2 stocks I'm going to be talking about today. I have Activision Blizzard. Now, Activision Blizzard, I technically didn't kind of buy it as an investment. I kind of bought this as just like a loyalty to their company. I have played all of the games in the Activision Blizzard franchise. They had so many good ones like Call of Duty, which is still widely popular and successful. And they also have Destiny and one other game. If I could think of it, I'll put it in the video. But all wildly successful games. And to be honest, I'll be honest, I kind of made a mistake buying this company. I'll admit it. I'm going to admit when I'm wrong. I caught a falling knife. And I bought right around here. Right when it hit 55. I bought it exactly at 55. See that? Exactly at 55. And I thought it was going to be a good swing trade. But I was severely wrong as it continued to go on the downtrend. Now, this is a company I feel like you could still swing trade off of, but it would be from a much different standpoint. I would probably buy at a price point of 40 because this stock tends to go hit like right around 40, 41-ish, and then it rebounds to like 45, 48, all the way up to 50 in some cases, and then it goes slowly back down. It's crazy. If you really want to look for a swing trading stock, this would be, I'd say, a pretty solid one at the moment with how they're trading. But moving on to my next one. I have Uber. I bought this on IPO day, actually. And, I mean, it's one of those speculation companies. It's kind of like I bought it just because, why not? You got to have some fun with your money once in a while. And this was my form of fun, just buying it. Because when it IPO'd, it was IPOing a lot under of what a lot less than the value than the stock market was expecting. I think they were expecting like 120 billion but they're only at like 72 billion. So, needless to say, I think there's still some room to grow for them, a lot of room. But by the time it goes back up, I'm not going to say it will, but it most likely probably will at least go up 33% in the next 2 years. I would not doubt. So, and then the rest of these stocks, Microsoft, this one I got for free, and you can too using my referral link below. And I'm glad I got this. I got it actually. I'll show you when I got it. I actually got it right at, where is it? Right around this area. Yeah, like when it was $110. I held it as more of a tax reason, but I'm glad I did. Because I don't mind making an extra 25, 30 bucks off it. But needless to say, you could get a lot of free stocks, a lot of nice free stocks. I got this one for free. I got this one for free. All four of these for free. This one was crazy. This one was absolutely nuts. I got it right around this area, and then you could see it just went on a huge bull run. Absolute huge tear in the stock market. And you could have made a lot of money in there, but you live and you learn. I didn't really want to get into penny stocks, and that's what this is. Anything trading below $5 is considered a penny stock, and they were a penny stock at the time. They only have a $5 billion market cap. Now, if you don't know who Zynga is, they're a really big mobile company. They had some hit games like Candy Crush and all the sagas behind that. But anyways, that is my video for today. And those are the stocks that I currently own. Now I'm going to try and increase it significantly in the next coming months as we wrap closer to by the time I start school again. Now, if you would like to get started in the stock market, click my link below. I will have it, and you can sign up for Robinhood. It's completely commission free, so you pay nothing on your trades, which is absolutely incredible. They were the first of their kind to do this. And most companies, even online, were the lowest was like $3.99 from, I think it was AlleyTrade or E-Trade or something like that, per trade, per transaction. I've made so many transactions. I would have racked up hundreds of dollars in fees by now. And I'm glad I didn't, because it just helps with your margins significantly. So if you want a chance to win a stock like Microsoft, which I could sell at any time for this cash amount, click my link below. I cannot stress that enough. But anyways, if you liked my video, do your tasks for the day. Like, comment, and subscribe for more. Okay, that's going to wrap it up for today. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.